Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Summerdale. You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast. Serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
And welcome to Sterling Channel 19. We got boys basketball here today. The Sterling Knights with 9-1 record will take on the Lindenwold Lions 3-5 record. You can see their conference standings. We'll take a look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Sterling atop the division, 9-1 overall, perfect in the division, 5-0, followed by Haddonfield, who's 7-3 overall, 4-1 in the division. Haddon Heights, Paulsboro, West Deptford, and Haddon Township all lingering around. Take a look at the Colonial Patriot standings. Woodbury led that one, Woodbury leading right now, 7-2, 5-0, perfect in the division. You see Lindenwold floating around the middle of the pack. They're 3-5 overall, 2-3 in that division, followed by Collingswood and Gateway at the bottom, and you see Gloucester and Audubon in the middle of your screen.
And you see the team comparisons there. Sterling at 7-2, first in the Colonial Liberty. Offense averaging 57 points per game. Defense allowing 47 points per game. Top scorers for the Knights, C.J. Mundell with 16 points per game. Jadis McFadden with 14. Julian Johnson with 9 and Schmidt with 8. And for Lindenwold, 3-5, Colonial Patriot. They're fourth in the Colonial Patriot. Offense averaging 50 points per game. Defense allowing 52 points per game. Their top scorer by a long shot is Tajamir Brown with 20 points per game. Haji Dow with 9 points per game, Jeremiah Craig with 8 points, and Lamar Green with 6.
Last year, the two teams met. Sterling won by a wide margin, 78-31. Jimmy Zingaro had a game along with DeFeast Robinson, Mike Ermel, and Andrew Tummings. All four of those scorers for Sterling have graduated. Lindenwold had Flan, Bryant, Craig, and Green as their top scorer. Series notes, Sterling leads the series 16-5. They've won 5 of the last 6. Lindenwold's last win against Sterling was in 2020. You can see some of these overall stats on your screen. Lindenwold's starting lineup, number 5, Tajmir Brown, as Brian said, the leading scorer by a long shot. He's also out there with Jeremiah Craig, Elijah Aldo, Nazir Bryant, and Emilio Hernandez. Sterling starters C.J. Mundell, Jadis McFadden, Vermeer Long, Travis Schmid, and Julian Johnson. And we're going to let the players introduce themselves now.
C.J. Mundell, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Jadis McFadden, senior, point guard, Stratford.
Walter Garrison, junior, power forward, Woodbury.
Vermeer Long, freshman, point guard, Laurel Springs.
Julian Johnson, sophomore, shooting guard, Summerdale.
Jake Spiritoso, junior, center, Magnolia.
Travis Schmid, sophomore, power forward, Laurel Springs.
Mark Lockett, senior, shooting guard, Stratford.
Amari Key, sophomore, guard, Summerdale.
Marquise Holloway, junior, center, Magnolia.
Zion Arnett, sophomore, small forward, Summerdale.
Brandon Allison, junior, guard, Laurel Springs.
we're back now after the boys introduced themselves. Keys to the game is to know where number 5, that would be Tajmir Brown, the junior who averages 20 points per game. They got to know where he is at all times. He's a threat. Rebound and discipline. Those are the keys to the game. If you're just joining us or new here, I'm Jake Clark, joined by Mr. Schulz and Brian McLernan. And guys, Lindenwold with number 5, Tajmir Brown. They have one of the better teams that we've seen in years. It's been 2 years since Lindenwold has last beat Sterling.
Without seeing Tajmir Brown, but seeing Sterling over the last few games, I like their chances because they've been doing a great job trapping any big player like Tajmir Brown. And the other thing they do a good job away from the ball. They've been great at cutting off the passes, clogging up the passing lanes. For those reasons, that's why I really like Sterling in this game.
And we're going to look here at the rest of the the Lindenwold starting lineups. And Lindenwold, they're coming into this game 3-5, a bit of a subpar team, but they always have that threat to win, especially with Tajmir Brown.
I feel like Sterling, in some games, you're coming, you're cold shooting. The one thing that's there consistently is defense, and they're one team that's least likely to have one guy just take over a game like Tajmir Brown.
Yeah, when you compare the teams, when you compare the home and away record, I look at Lindenwold. They're 0-4 at home, but they're 3-1 on the road. So maybe being on the road is a little bit of an advantage for them. And we'll see if Sterling can take care of business.
And I've never seen Tajmir Brown play, but when you put up numbers like 20 points a game, especially as a junior, we saw similar numbers out of a guy like Antoine Arnett, who would sometimes just will his way into a Sterling win just 2 years ago.
You're the man, and obviously he is. As the season gets going, I'm sure he's used to having a lot of defense and traps going his way, coverage away from the ball, tight coverage away from the ball. And a kid like that probably is getting better at handling that now as opposed to the beginning of the season.
Take a look at the coaching matchups. On the right is Coach Justin Behringer. Take a look, Behringer picked up his 100th career win just a few weeks ago with the Knights.
Just really doing an outstanding job to get these kids, especially the younger players, to buy into the culture that he's established in the short time that he's been here. And I'll go back to, I know we keep going back to it, but I think it's a big part of their game, how the younger guys, they're doing good things in the offensive end. Vermeer Long's running the point, but I like the way they're playing defense. And I think that was the big thing that turned that game around against Eastern in that third quarter.
Brown almost won the tip-off, but it was scooped up by Long, and we are underway here at the Castle. Lindenwold taking on Sterling. Here's Mundell, nice find inside to Schmid, can't convert. Here's Brown, fires a cross-court pass, good defense by Mundell. Brown now working against Johnson. He fires a cross-court pass to Bryant. Back to Brown. Here's Bryant. He swings it into the corner. Trying to work down low. Pass is broken up by Schmid. Now McFadden on the run. McFadden drives by a defender. Can't get the layup to drop. Here is Brown. A threat at all times. Ball was stripped away. Here's Johnson. Johnson. Can't get that layup to go.
Well, a big part of Strong's success on Saturday was converting to the basket. C.J. Mundell takes care of that with the three.
Good start there, gets the Knights on the board. Bryant gets it to Brown.
As I was saying, until you have the three, you got the timeout. Here's C.J. Mundell after the miss. Thought we were going to get, we're going to see him. Might have down there, get the kick out and drain it.
Schmid does a nice job of getting that ball out to Johnson, and Johnson makes the extra pass to Mundell, who's left all alone. Take another look at it right here. Kick out to Mundell, and that's just too much space.
Yeah, almost the entire Lindenwold defense guarding the interior and just leaving C.J. Mundell with a wide open three.
And the only cause for concern, you still got the fast break going, got a few fairly easy opportunities down low, but weren't able to convert. And that was something they were able to do on Saturday, but early on here, they've had 3 opportunities that they've missed.
Low scoring affair. Here's Bryant. He works it into the corner. Sterling playing an aggressive style of defense now. Shot up from the corner is good. And Lindenwold answers back with their own 3, courtesy of Jaden Farmer.
For Lindenwold, this is going to happen because you see both players help defense collapse down on Brown, and you get the kick out there.
Nice answer back by Lindenwold there.
Here's Brown. He kicks it out, but it's intercepted by McFadden with an outlet pass to Mundell. Mundell drives by a defender. Looked like he was going for a dunk, and Schmid and Dow get into a bit of an altercation over the jump ball. Lindenwold had possession. Take a look at it right here. It gets real chippy at the end, at the bottom of your screen.
And that whole opportunity started off with Jadis McFadden cutting off the passing lane, getting a steal, and whipping it out to getting it out to C.J. Mundell.
Craig got called on the travel there, so it'll be a turnover for Lindenwold. Here is Long running the point. He's picked up by Bryant. Nice find inside, but just out of the reach of C.J. Mundell. And guys, the boys have played really out of sync tonight, missing a few gimmies in the post, and just seem to be a step or a page off.
Yeah, just not playing sharp.
Yeah, so far not really playing up to their potential, but there's still a lot of game left, so hopefully with all this time left, they can get it going.
But on the other hand, we said it coming into this game that you're going to have times when you get out of rhythm on the offensive end. But defense hasn't been a problem. You saw the steal by Jadis McFadden, cutting off the passing lanes. They collapsed down on Brown. So they're doing what they need to do on the defensive end. It's just a matter of, as you said, Brian, getting into that offensive rhythm.
Here's Johnson working outside on Dow. Now McFadden over to Mundell. Mundell with the only 3 points of the night for the night so far. And here's Johnson. Pull-up jumper over the top of the key. That shot's good for Julian Johnson. His first 2 points of the night.
And that's Julian Johnson creating his own offensive opportunity, something he's been doing the last couple of games, really playing with a lot of confidence.
Shot is up and no good. Gets his own rebound and chalked up 2 for Tajmir Brown.
So far, I mean, obviously not that much offense to start out this first quarter, but it seems like every time Sterling is able to get something going offensively, Lindenwold is just able to answer right back.
Gonna take a look at this last basket here from Johnson. Just a good job there of creating off the dribble. Pass was read well by Mundell. Lindenwold also made a substitution. Number 23, Salem Jones, checked in for Alhaji Dow.
And probably, other than the defense, one of the impressive things about Sterling is they can get offense from anybody on the court at any given time.
All knotted up at 5. Here's Bryant. Bryant finds Farmer into the corner. And it will be a Lindenwold turnover. Sterling offensively hasn't gotten a lot of those shots to drop, but they're making up for it on the other side of the ball.
Yep.
Here's Long. He's picked up by Nazir Bryant. Bryant tight D in the corner. Long drew a double. A good strong take there by Bramir Long.
It looked like they attempted a trap. He just split it, just went right through, and that just shows you what you can do with an electrifying first step like he has.
Gonna take another look at this right here. Just watch him, as you said, Mr. Schulz, he just splits the trap right at the middle.
Yeah. Might have gotten out there and reacted a little bit late to get on Bramir Long, but you can see if you give this kid any type of space, he's going to burn you.
Yeah, nice job by him finding that open lane. And Bramir Long, he's had one heck of a year so far to start his Sterling career. He's been a really big help for this Sterling team.
Schmid chucks up a three. Bank is open for Travis Schmid. Knights lead by 5. Here's Craig. Finds Bryant over to Brown. Picked up by Mundell. Now Johnson guards Brown. Low scoring affair here, 10-5. Bryant finds Brown. Sterling doing a phenomenal job defensively on the perimeter right now. As Brown fires up a shot. That one was tipped. And here is Long picking up the pace. Bramir Long drives inside. Kick out to Julian Johnson. Now back to Long. Mundell. Bit of a quick pass. Johnson can't get it to go. Second effort. No good as well. Rebound. Brown. And Brown is tripped up. Going to take another look here for Travis Schmid. Fires up a three. And they always tell you, use the backboard. He takes it to fruition right there.
That's what we said. You looked at the stats in the beginning, and Sterling's very balanced. And, you can't overplay one way on the court, one side of the court with a one player, because they'll spread you out, and anybody at any given time is capable of scoring.
Yeah, because on the surface, you'd think one team would just want to double team someone like C.J. Mundell or J.S. McFadden, but Sterling, they've got those young guys that can step up at big times and could really tear up a defense.
Yeah, Brian, and we've seen it all throughout the early part of this season. Farmer in the corner, he's tripped up in the hands of Bryant. Now in the corner, fires up a three. No good was the shot from Hernandez. And here is Brown. He's calling for a screen on Johnson. Brown fires up a deep three, and that one's good for Tajmir Brown from way downtown.
Yeah, Sterling's made it tough for Tajmir Brown to try and score by driving the basket with anything in the paint, but he's able to hit from the outside. They're going to have to address that.
Here's Johnson, got the ball poked away and into the hands of Bryant. Going to take a look here at the shot from Brown. Off the screen, and you can see he was at least 5 feet beyond the arc there when he fired that shot up. He averages 20 points a game. Over 20 points a game for the Lindenwold Lions. Here's Mundell, he's running the point. Brown picks him up defensively. Screen from Schmid. Long, jacks up a three. Shot too strong. Rebound, Lockett. Lockett finds Mundell. Mundell with a nice find inside the Zion Arnett. And that shot just doesn't go. Another gimme layup that Sterling should have capitalized on right there. In the corner is Farmer. Back to Brown. Cross court pass to Bryant. Pump fake back to Brown. Brown fires up a three. No good, front iron. Lockett picking up on Brown. Brown calling for a screen. Lockett sticks with them. Just about 40 seconds remain. And that'll be a turnover courtesy of Tajmir Brown.
Let's hope that camera's okay over there. That's one of the That was like one of the second time in like 3 games where a camera has gotten beat up.
Doesn't happen a lot.
No, it doesn't. Very rare.
Here's McFadden, drives inside, draws the foul.
And I think they really needed this from McFadden or one of the leaders, just to drive to the basket, make something happen in a positive way, and he gets to the free throw line, especially in light of the fact that they've missed probably on about 5 or 6 pretty easy opportunities, or this could be a 10-point lead right now for Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, I knocked over my drink just being flabbergasted about making some of these shots. I mean, these shots you gotta make if you want to get a convincing lead over a team that's 3 and 5, because if you don't make those shots, they can be really detrimental later on in the game.
But you're talking about good defense. You had your cup on the top, the lid
That's
on very
true.
tight.
I had that lid on tight.
Good defense by you, or we would have had a spill over
Good
the
defense
table.
by you. You picked it right back up too.
I didn't react as quick as you're making it sound, but that's okay. I'll take it.
Lindenwold retains possession. Just a few ticks remain here in this first quarter. Lindenwold probably going to hold for the final shot here. Here's Bryant. Tries to drive inside, now kick out, shot up, and no good from Jeremiah Craig. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Knights with a 3-point advantage over the Lions, 11-8. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Let me see that ID. Let me see that ID.
I guess I forgot it.
No answer.
Wait, no, come on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Channel 19. Sterling with an 11-8 lead over the Lindenwold Lions as we are about ready to get things going in this second quarter. Take a look at the cheerleaders there for Sterling doing their fun little routine. And guys, what we noticed from that first quarter, a lot of easy shots that Sterling just could not make.
That was the difference. Like I said, they could have a 10, 12-point lead, but you saw the good defense there. And Brown got loose and had the 3 from way out. But other than that, a lot of drives at the basket. They're doing a great job with the help defense, forcing him to kick things out. Really doing what they have to do on the defensive end. It's just a matter of patching things up offensively and being a little bit cleaner on those drives to the basket and converting.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job on the defensive end. As you can see, only held Lindenwold to 8 points and a few turnovers, but just some of those layups got to drop on the offensive side.
So here's McFadden with it for Sterling to start off this second quarter. Gets that one to Mundell. Mundell back to McFadden. McFadden, long find for Mundell. That one just not able to work there. Goes into the hands of Lindenwold. Driving toward his Bryant. Trying to find Jones in the corner, but it goes out of play. We'll take a look at the last play there by Sterling.
I'm not exactly sure in a game where you're only up 3 points in the second quarter while we're trying to throw a lob. Just take it easy too, or set something up.
So Lindenwold able to stay with it, gets that one to Brown. Brown trying to set up a play here for Lindenwold. Sterling playing some very aggressive defense from Vermeer Long, trying to take that one away. But a foul there called on Vermeer Long.
Defensively, you saw the trap and cutting off the passing lanes. I feel like that's a broken record from the other day because you just saw time and time again against Eastern, and it really frustrated them.
So McFadden to inbound it to Vermeer Long. Still a 3-point lead here for the Knights in this second quarter. Here's Long. Driving, finds McFadden. McFadden from 3, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson kicks that one out to Mundell. Finds Long. Long out to McFadden. Gets that one to Schmidt. Schmidt loses it for a moment, gets it back himself. There's Schmidt driving toward the basket against 3 defenders. But it's stripped away and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sterling ball still.
It was a good job by Travis Schmidt to regain the ball, and he had a shifty little move on the primary defender to get himself into the lane, and then 3 defenders collapse down, and ultimately Sterling maintains possession.
So McFadden, long pass to Mundell. Gets that one to Vermeer Long. Long driving, finds Johnson. Johnson then gets out to McFadden. McFadden driving toward the basket. His layup is good. And that'll make this a 5-point Sterling lead.
A nice take right there by McFadden through the defense. Strong take.
Rebound there, and that one goes through. That goes to Dow. Long gets it to Mundell. Back to a 3-point game. Mundell driving, and that shot no good as he takes a little tumble at the end of the play.
You saw Brown try to go to reverse, and a good job by Dow getting the offensive rebound, and good presence there in the post. Just uses the backboard there. Chalks up easy too.
Timeout called by Sterling with 6:14 to go in quarter number 2. Take a look at the crowd here for the Knights. You see some of the girls' basketball team is out there showing their support.
Good opportunity for them to see the boys. They usually play away when boys are at home and vice versa.
Lindenwold getting their crowd out here tonight, showing their support for their Lindenwold Lions. Once again, the Sterling crowd showing their support as well.
You see Vermeer Long, a young guy who's been a big part of Sterling's success this year.
And I can only imagine what's going through that huddle right now, because this, on paper, Sterling 9-1. They should be up, at least up by more than 3 with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And yet this is still a ball game. And if you leave this team lingering around, they got a guy in Tajmir Brown who can easily take the game from Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling's missed opportunities. The thing I like about Tajmir Brown is his willingness to try and get other players involved in the game.
Here's Mundell working against 3 defenders. A long 3 from Johnson off the mark. And that's rebounded by Salem Jones. That shot gets away. Ball loose on the ground, rolls out of play. It will be Lindenwold ball.
That was exceptional defense there by Lindenwold. 3 defenders there on Mundell, forces him to kick out, and they still had a guy in Johnson's face when he put it up. Phenomenal defense on that possession down the floor.
So it'll be Bryant to inbound. Gets that one to Tajmir Brown. Brown trying to set up a play. Motioning his guys. Brown gets that one to Jones. Jones from 3, and he sinks it through. And the Lions have tied this game up at 13. Mundell trying to answer. Drives toward the basket. His floater in and out. Rebounded by Johnson, and he puts that one through. Gives the Knights a 15-13 lead.
Good work in the post there by Johnson. Good job by Lindenwold, though. Running a few plays to get some of their guys freed up into space and get good looks.
Lindenwold trying to answer back. Here's Brown. Brown with a floater. No good. Rebounded. And that shot no good. Up in the air. Taken away by Mundell. And Lindenwold not able to get it back.
It's a good job. Mundell drives in, and you can see how many defenders are there. There's 3 defenders in close proximity. Good rebound there. Tough rebound by Julian Johnson. The shot just rolls in for him. Strong take there for the sophomore.
So here is Mundell taking it up the court. Knights lead by 2. He drives toward the basket, kicks that one out. And here is Bromere Long driving toward the basket. That one's stolen away. Here's Nazir Bryant. Bryant driving. That's stripped away. Nice defensive play by Bromere Long. As we're going to take a look at it one more time.
Look at his speed and recovery.
That's just not being afraid to be great right there. Hustling down, knocking that away, saves an easy 2 points. In a tight ball game, gotta be happy with that effort if you're Coach Behringer.
So here's Brown. Brown working against Bromere Long. Gets that one to Dow. Back to Brown. That one taken away. And a foul called at the end of the play. It'll be Sterling ball.
Foul call number 5, Tajir Brown, his second, team 6.
Tajir Brown now with 2 fouls, because that was a foul called on him.
So here is Johnson working against a couple defenders. That'll go out of play.
Substitution into the game.
Sterling possession. Bromere Long gets that one to Mundell. Mundell thought about it for a moment. Make another spin move. Gets that one out to Key. Key from 3. No good. And it was Long trying to rebound the shot. But it goes out of play.
And this is a pretty good look here for Key. Just doesn't knock it down and then goes off of Bromere Long. Not the best of shots there, but Sterling has had makeable shots and they're just not dropping right now.
That floater there by Tajir Brown, no good, but a foul.
His first, team 7.
So it'll be Tajir Brown from the line to shoot 2. Again, averaging over 20 points per game for Lindenwold. First shot from the line goes through.
And he's getting some help on the offensive end. You saw Hernandez come off the bench, hit a big 3. But the other thing, we're talking about Sterling misses baskets down low, but one thing I think Lindenwold's doing is not a pretty good job of contesting some of these shots down low. So they're not getting the same open looks that they got the other day.
Gets that one out to Long. This game now tied at 15. Nice spin move by Bromere Long. His floater is good. Dances around the basket and sinks through, makes it a 17-15 Knights lead.
Yeah, a little fancy footwork there from the freshman. Nice spin move and just gets that floater to drop right in for him.
That one's going to go the other way. A foul called on Tajir Brown.
Take a look at that, puts him through the spin cycle, and then the floater rolls around the rim and drops for him. And then on the other end, he ends up taking a charge. Coach Behringer has to love the effort this guy plays with.
.327 to go in quarter number 2. Knights with a 2-point lead. So they now have possession. Here is Key with it. Gets that one to Mundell. Mundell. Still with it. Shoots from 3 off the mark. And it'll be taken away there by Bryant. That shot no good by Brown. Trying to get the rebound is Lindenwold, but it'll be a jump ball.
You can take a look and you can see that Sterling knows where Tajir Brown is. They got 3 guys there as he drives into the lane, and then Alhaji Dow just can't get that shot to drop in the low post.
So that one deflected away by Long, but gets back into the hands of Bryant. And that shot from 3, no good. And taken away by Key. That shot was attempted by Jones. So here's Long driving, finds Key, back to Mundell. Here's Long with it, drives toward the basket. Nice find to McFadden. And Jadis McFadden able to put up an easy layup.
Great find there from freshman point guard Bromere Long. Hits his guy in stride on the backdoor cut, and McFadden doing the rest. Good teamwork there.
So shot here from Jones is no good. Sterling trying to get it back. A timeout call. We'll take a look at the last basket.
You take a look at the find there, really just puts it in the perfect spot where McFadden needs it, and McFadden capitalizes at the rim.
I like how McFadden turned his body right at the end to ward off any potential defender coming his way. Just did a great job of finishing on that play.
Take a look at the crowd on hand here for the Sterling Superfans. They're showing out today. Take a look at some of the crowd on hand here.
So here's McFadden. McFadden driving toward the basket, gets that to Schmid, back to Mundell. Mundell still with it, gets that one to Arnett. Then out to Schmid. Schmid makes a nice move. Finds McFadden. McFadden with a nice cut, gets that one to Schmid. Schmid wide open for three, and he sinks it through. And Dan Leakin doing the PA announcing is thrilled about that three.
Yeah, nice job. Good energy there from Dan Leakin on the mic for PA. But a nice job by Travis Schmid. He doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but when he's open, he can knock it down. That's his second three of the game.
So here's Lindenwold trying to answer, and it's going to be a foul at the end of the play. Look at the last three by Schmid.
You see how much space he had. Good job there by, I believe it was McFadden who dished him the ball in the corner. Unselfish basketball. Gotta love it to see it if you're on the Sterling coaching staff.
Sterling with their largest lead of the night. They're up by 7. Here's Carter. Working against Mundell. He'll drive toward the basket. His backwards layup no good. And Mundell able to keep that one in bounds and get it to Arnett. Back to Mundell. Long pass to Schmid. And Schmid driving toward the basket. No good. But a foul call at the end of the play.
Take a look here. Nice outlet there by Mundell, and a good job by Travis Schmid. He just drives inside, takes on some heavy contact, and you see right there, that's big. 82% from the line on the season.
And you really have to like the fact that not only is he hitting from the outside, but also you see right there, creating his own opportunity off a fake and a quick first step to the left, and getting a drive to the basket and getting himself to the free throw line.
Second shot here from Schmid is good. And he extends this Sterling lead to 9.
And those shots, we were in a bit of a tight game. Now it's a bit more of a Sterling lead, but those free throw shots at the charity stripe are definitely big here for the Knights.
Long three from Jones is no good. Rebounded by Schmid. Mundell goes trying to find McFadden, but sends that one into the crowd. Hope those people are okay. Let's take a look at the last pass. We'll see if any, we'll see which person in the crowd got a little souvenir.
Yeah, Mundell heaved that one, and I don't think he can keep it. I think they need the ball back. But Mundell heaved that one like a high school quarterback and ended up into the seats.
McFadden finds Schmid. Schmid wide open for three, no good. Nice rebound there by Arnett. He is able to get the rebound and put that one through.
I think the nice thing about what's happening here is Sterling's using some of their depth here in this game to pull away. That's a good thing, good sign.
Take a look here, Schmid, who hit 2 threes earlier, can't get that one to go, but a good job of being in position there for Zion Arnett. And you can can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. We're posting a bunch of great stuff going on here at the castle and around the tech department. Check us out on Twitter at SterlingTV19.
Hey, Jake. Have you heard?
I don't think so.
Have you heard that the bird is the word?
The bird is the word. That's right, Brian. And you can get some of our word on the app with the bird. Follow us on Twitter, SterlingTV19.
So Lindenwold's inbounded. That goes to Hernandez. Hernandez gets that one out to Carter. Carter with a spin move out there to Bryant. 5 left to shoot. Goes into the arms of, that was Marquise Holloway. That will do it to end this first half. Sterling with an 11-point lead over the Lindenwold Lions, 26-15. Second half action coming up right after this.
Can I go to the bathroom?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Oh, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late! Don't forget to pick up the kids later! Alright, I gotta go! Have a good day!
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard there's sending people to internal for an entire semester. Dude, that's just a little bit. I'm taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down to Vice Principal's office now.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
I can't believe I'm working on this homework for over an hour now. I only have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
It's got you all excited. I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful.
Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is
Cinnamon butter. This is mine now. That was mine. Hey, give it back. No.
Family will be cared for.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Oh, a pillow. I should whack you with it. I'm telling Mom. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry here. Have this. It's okay. Can I get some? Yeah. Thank you. Can I watch TV with you? Sure. Big City Greens. Hey, Leah, you want to play with me? Yeah. Yeah. Can I play with you? Sure. Sorry for being mean to you, Vaughn. It's okay, Leah. I love you.
I could really use a bev right now.
Brady, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Brady, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling with an 11-point lead over the Lindenwold Lions, 26-15. And we're going to take a look at some of the highlights by... Well, actually, no. We're going to look at the leading scorers first. Sorry. Sterling Knights, their leading scorer. Schmidt leads it with 8. Jadis McFadden behind him at 5. And then Julian Johnson with 4. For Lindenwold, it's Brown with a 7. And both Jones and Hernandez with 3. And now we're going to take a look at some highlight plays by Travis Schmidt.
Take a look there. There's the first 3. And then they kick it out to him. There's the second 3. He's been doing it from outside a lot of the scoring, and he's done it with a pretty remarkable amount of space. Lindenwold defenders not closing out, or they're clamping down on a ball carrier into the lane, and Schmidt has been that guy in the corner who can just knock down the open 3.
Yeah, very impressed with his offensive game and how it's developed over the last 3 games. First with Haddonfield, then Eastern, had 18 points, and now tonight doing what he has to do, getting open looks from the outside and making them count.
And as a freshman, that jump from his freshman year into his sophomore year has been exponential. He's done a phenomenal job of stepping up in his sophomore season. And you guys at home can step up and watch wrestling tomorrow at 5:30 against Gateway/Woodbury. We'll be live on Channel 19. Mr. Schulz, it's going to be like a quiz for you tomorrow. Hopefully you remember some of those moves and terms that I was telling you about from last week.
I just have to bring my notebook. If I bring my notebook, I'll study what you...
How the tables have turned here, guys.
He's the wrestling man. I was never the wrestling guy.
I'll be in the truck probably doing graphics or something because I couldn't tell you anything about it. My dad used to wrestle. Actually, a lot of my family used to wrestle. I'm the only one who hasn't. So I'm gonna probably be in the truck doing some graphics while you guys talk about whatever it is you guys talk about with wrestling.
Well, Lindenwold hung around for a little bit, but Sterling really pulled away in the last few minutes of that second quarter. And Lindenwold is the type of team that you don't want to keep hanging around, and Sterling did a good job pulling away. Some of their bench guys did a good job coming in. You saw Arnett getting a nice basket there down low. Key made some good plays.
Well, and as Brian said, they're 3-1 on the road. They're 3-1 on the road, and when you have a guy who can score the ball as well as Tajmir Brown with over 20 points a game, if Lindenwold lingers around, they could be a threat late in this game.
So here's Lindenwold to start things off here in this third quarter. Here's Brown with it. And that shot no good. Nice rebound there by Dow, and his shot is good. Able to put it through. Makes this a 9-point game.
Really strong take there by Alhaji Dow, Alhaji Dow with a phenomenal job in the low post there, getting Lindenwold on the board in this third quarter.
That shot no good. Rebound there by Bryant. And here's Brown to take over, gets that one back to Bryant. Here's Brown working against Long. Still working against him, gets that one out to Bryant. Bryant able to find Craig, but it's going to be a trap. It will go the other way.
Just look at the pure strength that he shows here as he just spins and works right over Mundell. Mundell with fantastic defense, and Dow just chucks up a shot in the face of Mundell and gets that shot to drop.
And Sterling, for the most part, has really done a good job defending Brown and forcing him to give up the ball.
Long three from Julian Johnson. That one off the mark. Rebounded by Schmid. Schmid able to stay with it. That shot no good. Johnson gets the rebound. Finds Mundell. Mundell finds McFadden. McFadden from three. A little too strong. That one stripped away by Bryant. And now Lindenwold will take over. Bryant gets that one to Craig. Craig from three. Airballs that one. That finds the hands of Mundell. Mundell taking it up the near side. It'll be a foul on Mundell. .620 left to go in quarter number 3. It'll be Hernandez to inball to Tajmir Brown.
Coach Barringer back with his starting 5 in there.
And a jumper there, no good. A foul call in the end of the play. And we'll take a look at it.
And right here, this is just a shot that only Tajmir Brown will really be taking on Lindenwold. He's the guy that they want with the ball in their hands. He's been willing them to win games so far throughout this year, and they're going to try and look to him in the second half to will them to a win against Sterling here today.
So Brown draws his first one. Here comes his second, and he puts that one through. Here's McFadden, gets that one out to Mundell. Mundell, nice spin move. Back to McFadden. McFadden driving toward the basket, and he puts it through. And a nice way to lay it up there by Jadis McFadden. Brown. Gets it to Dow, back to Brown. Brown with it. Working against McFadden. Able to find Jones, back to Brown. Trying to draw up a play, less than 6 minutes to go in this quarter. And a jumper there, no good, foul called. And that's going to be on McFadden.
And Brown is doing a nice job of trying to break his primary defender down, out on the perimeter, works inside, takes a pull-up jumper, and draws contact, getting himself to the line.
So Brown will shoot again from the line, puts his first one through. Again, Brown, that #1 guy in this Lions system, averaging over 20 points per game, as you see on your screen. Not able to put the second one through the basket. McFadden finds Mundell. Mundell driving, able to stay with it. McFadden back to Mundell. Mundell trying to slow up the pace, set up a play. Mundell drives, finds McFadden. McFadden now gets it to Johnson. Johnson floats that one up and puts it through.
But it all starts with real good ball movement, and you see Jadis McFadden just does a great job sensing when the defender's coming at him out of control, does a baseline drive, dishes off to Johnson, and Johnson finishes.
So Lindenwold able to stay with it. That shot from 3 by Jones is good. 7-point game here at the Castle.
We've seen Jones take a lot of shots from the corner, and that's the second one of the game to drop. If a defender doesn't close out on him, he could be deadly from the corner.
McFadden finds Mundell. Mundell thought about it. This time from 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Hernandez. It's that one to Tajamir Brown. Brown, mid-range, no good, goes out of play. And it will go the other way.
Take a look, and there's just a ton of space there for number 12, Salem Jones. And we've seen him take a few shots in the corner, hit one early in the game, hits his second 3 of the game from the corner right there.
So here's Bromere Long driving toward the basket, and he sinks that one through. Back to a 9-point lead for the Knights.
Long does a nice job with that hop step move into the lane. We've seen him do that all throughout the season.
Long 3, in and out, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gets it to Mundell. Mundell working against Hernandez. He drives toward the basket, takes a fall. And a foul called at the end of the play. And
see this right here. Watch him hop from one side of the lane to the other. That's a perfectly legal move, and it gets him 2 points.
The way he moves laterally at the end of that drive makes it almost impossible to draw a foul with the charge. And that's something that you don't normally see from a freshman that we're seeing from Bromere Long.
C.J. Mundell averaging 16 points per game, 75% from the line. Second shot from Mundell is good. He sinks them both. 11-point game now, and here's Brown with it. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Brown, Long finds a Bryant. Gets that one to Jones, back to Bryant. Then finds Brown. Here's Brown, slowing up the pace. Long 3 from Brown, and no good. And a nice rebound there by Dow.
And that's when you know you're doing the job defensively, when you force Brown to take a shot like that.
Nice defensive play by Johnson, but Lindenwold able to get it back. And a foul at the end of the play. That's going to be on C.J. Mundell.
Take a look here. Nice job stealing the ball there from Julian Johnson, and a nice job by Nazir Bryant picking the pocket of Johnson, taking it right back.
So Lindenwold able to get it back. Here's Tajamir Brown. Gets that one to Bryant, then finds Hernandez. Hernandez from 3, nothing but net. 8-point game. As here's Sterling trying to answer. Here's McFadden, gets to Mundell. Mundell, back to McFadden. McFadden driving, McFadden's jumper is good. And a nice answer by Sterling.
And McFadden with the strong take right there into the lane.
Long three from Salem Jones, and he sinks that one through.
That's Jones' third three of the game, and Lindenwold right now is living and dying by the three.
Answer by C.J. Mundell. And so far, Sterling has done a nice job answering after Lindenwold has been able to slowly creep back into this game. Mid-range, goes through. That's Tajamir Brown. So far, the Knights and Lindenwold going back and forth in this third quarter.
Yeah, you said it. Back and forth. One team just answering another team with a shot of their own.
Here's Schmid driving toward the basket, and he sinks that one through. 2 minutes left. Fletcher wrestles Travis Schmid.
That's a big-time play by Travis Schmid, driving to the basket, taking on contact, contested, and he's still able to finish.
Here's Brown. Brown driving, working against Long. That shot no good. Johnson finds it, then gets to McFadden. McFadden is able to put that one through in a timeout. 1:38 to go in quarter number 3, and what a fun third quarter this has been. So we see a nice play there.
Both teams with a lot of scoring, and Sterling really used the momentum that they had at the end of that second quarter into the beginning of the third quarter to build the lead that they have right now. But Lindenwold is showing they're not going away anytime soon. A lot of threes from the corner from Hernandez and Jones, and they've done a nice job of just hanging around here with these Sterling Knights.
And you have to like Sterling getting that fast break going. They have multiple players that can finish, and also on the front end have multiple players that do a great job seeing the floor and distributing, as we look at C.J. Mundell finishing one of his own right there.
See some of the Sterling crowd showing their support against Sterling with an 11-point lead against these Lindenwold Lions. All 3 wins by Lindenwold have been on the road. They're trying to make a little comeback here and pick up their 4th. That one goes to Bryant in the corner there for Jones. Jones from 3, no good. A nice rebound. That shot gets away. Julian Johnson able to pick it up. Finds Mundell. Out to McFadden. McFadden drives. Uses the backboard to put that one through.
And McFadden doing a nice job there, floating like he's in a dream up to the rim.
Trying to stay with it is Brown. Gets that one to Bryant. Bryant finds Jones. Jones again from 3. In and out. Nice rebound. And Bryant's floater, no good. And that one eventually goes out of play.
Take a look here. If you don't get between McFadden and the basket and you're a little bit to the side, he's got that quickness and the ability to elevate at the end to finish. They've really got to defend him a little bit better on that. Easier said than done now.
Bryant finds Jones. There's Brown with it. Brown from mid-range, no good. Rebounded there by Mundell.
Good defense there by Jadis McFadden to force that miss.
Mundell out to Long. Long driving, finds Schmid. Schmid wide open for 3. Undershot that one. And that's rebounded there, taken away by Drain. Here's Brown. Let's stay with it. Gets that one to Drain. That one no good. Rebounded by Mundell. Long finds Premier Long. And Premier Long puts that one through. A nice long pass to C.J. Mundell, as Long is able to put it through.
And we've seen that a few times tonight. Good outlet from Mundell to one of his guys racing across the court. We're going to take another look at it right here from the backboard cam. Here's Long, and Long hustled down the court. Mundell threw this so that Long had to deal with no defense down the court. Good job really just running the break on transition.
And getting the rebound and immediately looking up the floor, looking for Long.
Final shot here for Brown. That one no good. Gets that one to Schmid. And that will do it for this third quarter. Sterling with a gigantic lead over the Lindenwold Lions, 46-31. Fourth quarter action coming up right after this.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me.
Your clothes are dirty.
You're ugly.
You're so crusty.
You smell. You look ugly.
Everyone sees you.
That's why your shoes are raggedy.
You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
And welcome back to fourth quarter action of this basketball game. Sterling leads over Lindenwold 46-31 entering the fourth quarter. I'm Jake Clark if you're just joining us, joined by Mr. Schulz and Brian McClernand. Guys, we've got a fun one here today.
Yeah, that third quarter was a lot of fun. I mean, back to just great scoring by both sides, each team able to answer back. But Sterling has really gotten themselves out to a big lead.
Big third quarters in the last two games. We talked about them really taking it to Eastern in the third quarter of the Saturday game and doing the job here against Lindenwold.
Ball was knocked around, but it will stay with Sterling. Here is Long. He's picked up by Jones. Lockett in the corner, looking for some help. Bad pass there, and it's picked up by Bryant. And the ball will stay with Lindenwold. We'll take another look at it right there. Good defense from Jadis McFadden. Here's Jones, he's picked up by McFadden. Working around in the corner, Bryant, and that one is swatted away by C.J. Mundell.
Nice defensive play here by C.J. Mundell. He's made a lot of those types of plays this season. And a nice job to swat that one away into the Lindenwold crowd.
And you saw earlier, one thing you're seeing what Sterling's doing a real good job at is the defense. You see it right here, coming out high, and they're making Brown earn any opportunity, and there they defend him, comes up a little bit short.
Here's Mundell, nice pass inside, contact and a foul. McFadden will go to the line. Nice pass here by C.J. Mundell, just whips it around, not one but two defenders.
Jadis McFadden having another outstanding game. Running the floor, blowing past defenders on baseline drives, doing a little bit of everything, distributing the ball. And just he and C.J. Mundell are doing what they need to do as senior leaders on this team.
Dream trip from the line there for McFadden as he goes 2 for 2. Extends the Sterling lead. Here's Jones. He's picked up by McFadden in the corner. Now Brown.
There you see again, that helped defense. Always allowing Brown to get maybe a step into his drive, and they're cutting him off and forcing him to dish it out.
Bryant to inbound. Fires one to Jones. Excuse me, that's Brown. Now Bryant outside, fires up a three. Won't go. Here's McFadden. McFadden with a nice move into the lane. Shot doesn't drop. Rebound, Brown. Brown running the break. Pull-up jumper. Won't go. Here's Mundell. And a foul there was called on Prince Boothman, the sophomore. Going to take another look at it right here.
You know, so far, Lindenwold's offense not really able to get things going in this fourth quarter, and if they want to make that big comeback that they're striving for, they're going to have to start picking up some points.
And if you compare both teams defensively, Sterling, as I said, is getting on Brown almost at the three-point line with the help defense, not allowing him to get past that. One step maybe into his drive, whereas Lindenwold's allowing Sterling, whether it be Long or McFadden, to get 5 and 6 steps into a drive. By that time, it's too late, and the help defense comes over.
Here's Long, and a pass intercepted there by Dallas Carter, but it's picked up by McFadden. McFadden, Mundell for 3. No good. Taking a look at this, good defense there by McFadden, and Mundell's shot just rims out. Checking into the game is Julian Johnson. He checks in for CJ Mundell. Here is Zion Arnett. He finds Long, picked up by Jones. Long drives inside, heavy contact, fouls on the floor.
And there's a perfect example. You see the help defense coming over late, and even though Long doesn't get the basket, he draws the foul.
Inbound here, ball stays with Sterling. Lindenwold making a substitution. Jones checks out, Hernandez checks in. Here's Arnett. Looking around, now finds Long. Johnson outside. Tries to make a move. Good defense there from Nazir Bryant. Hey guys, it must be a little chilly. We got some of the managers wearing blankets in the gym.
That's the north end of the gym. We're on the south end. It's a little more breezier, warmer.
Good putback there by Johnson, extends the lead, now 50-31. The Knights lead. Bryant for 3. That one was good. Here's Long. Long drives inside. Shot doesn't go. Rebound. And now here is Brown. Brown running the floor. He's picked up by Arnett. Brown drives inside. Contact and a foul. Take a look right here at the basket from Johnson. First shot doesn't drop. And a good job there. Just a quick putback. Midair. Tajmir Brown to the line. He'll shoot 2. First one drops for Brown. Amari Key and Travis Schmidt now checking into the game for the Knights. Perfect from the line there, and timeout will be charged to Lindenwold there.
Full timeout.
You can find us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. You can find out whenever we go live, whenever we upload any commercials or behind the scenes photos. Again, you can find that and much more. And you follow Sterling Channel 19 on our Facebook page.
Take a look at some of the super fans out here today. Now, cheerleaders going to do their routine. And guys, a lot of maturity shown here from this young team. It didn't go out well in that first quarter. They couldn't get their shots to drop, and then they battled through it and now have a substantial lead here against Lindenwold.
And you saw a lot of situations where their defense, again, that's been consistent as we look at our next TV game. That's going to be tomorrow. It's wrestling at 5:30. Sterling going against Gateway, trying to get a big win there. But the defense has been consistent all night, and you see where Sterling turns their defense into offense with some of the steals and the fast break opportunities. And I think that was what ultimately got them into an offensive rhythm.
Back underway. Here is Key. He's picked up by Salem Jones. Now Mundell working against Brown. Mundell drives inside. Pull-up jumper. No good. And that'll be Lindenwold taking possession. It was last touched by Amari Key. Here is Brown. Picked up by McFadden. Brown drives inside. Floater, no good. Rebound, Key. Mundell outside. He's guarded by Brown. Johnson now drives inside. Pull up Jay at the top of the key. That one is butter for Julian Johnson.
Nice job of Julian Johnson. Create an offensive opportunity off the dribble.
Brown pump fake the three. Now shoots a two. Draws contact there. Take a look here at Johnson. Nice pull-up jumper here, just right at the top of the key. We've seen him hit a shot like that once or twice here tonight. Brown's first free throw is good. Two for two there at the line for Tajmir Brown.
And I think with all the, the offense you get from Sterling, if teams find themselves defensively chasing, that's a bad position to be in.
Good move there from Brown, but he can't capitalize with the layup. Rebound Johnson. Key now to run the point.
Yeah, if you're constantly chasing, you find yourself where you're not in real good defensive position, and Sterling, time in and time out, is always going to take advantage of those situations.
Here is Schmid driving inside. Schmid, good find to Key. Now McFadden. McFadden slows the pace up. Less than 3 minutes remain in this fourth quarter. McFadden, late foul call there. So McFadden will end up going to the line. And guys, I think he got away with a little bit of a walk here. Oh, maybe not. Just the lengthy 2 steps. First free throw rolls around the rim and drops. Second free throw, no good for McFadden. Here's Brown. He is doubled. Ball was last touched by C.J. Mundell. Bryant to inbound. Bryant heaves this one to Brown. And Bryant finds Dow. Dow shot no good. Here is Mundell. Finds Schmid. Schmid fires up a three. Doesn't go. Rebound Johnson. Johnson's shot doesn't go. Tajmir Brown, picked up by McFadden. Good work on the outside. He fires up a three. No good. Mundell, cross-court pass, and Johnson's layup goes.
Nice job by C.J. Mundell pulling out his inner quarterback and throwing a nice pass.
Here's Brown. Brown's shot doesn't drop. Bryant. Guarded by Johnson. Here's Jones. Back to Brown. Nice find to Jones. Jones' shot rolls around and drops. Here's Mundell. Working outside. Finds Key. Key thought about a three, now drives inside. Back out to Schmid. Schmid. That three is good for Travis Schmid. Timeout taken late in the game after Travis Schmid got that three to drop. Let's take another look at it. We're going to take a look at the fast break points here.
Wow,
Shot drop from Johnson.
Showing composure there by Johnson in the last part of the drive, pulling the ball back and just really looking comfortable finishing.
And then here's the three from Schmid. Just a lot of space, too late to close out. And the shot drops for Travis Schmid. We will have a post-game show to follow here as only 1 minute remains in this fourth quarter. Sterling should take this one.
Okay, tell me.
Hard contact there on Premier Long. So the foul goes on Drame, his first foul. So Long will go to the line. They're in the bonus now. 1-and-1 opportunity for Long. Free throw does not go for him. What a game we had here today.
Yeah, it didn't start off, Sterling didn't start off sharp on the offensive end, but really did what they needed to do to close this one out.
Yeah, at one point this game was tied at 13, and we weren't sure what would happen in this game, but Sterling able to find the rhythm in that third quarter and eventually get out to this big lead.
Good composure, especially from a young team. And guys, that'll do it. The final buzzer sounds and Sterling is victorious. They'll move to 10-1 on the season as they they beat Lindenwold here 58-42. Great game we had here today. We'll have a post-game show to follow. We'll be right back with that after this quick break.
Your final score, Lindenwold Lions 42, your Sterling Silver Knights 58.
I can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have the charger?
No! No!
like basketball. I play basketball.
Adam, you okay?
Hey, are you guys serious? You do know there's like 52 billion pieces of trash on the earth right now. That's nearly 7,000 per mile. And 42% of that is burned up in the air, causing pollution. Imagine if Earth was a person right now. Dude, you have Google and Planet in your brain stuff? How do you know that? Don't worry about me. Worry about Earth. Oh, dude. Dude, I can't believe that. Hey! Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling able to get the victory 58-42 over the Lindenwold Lions, and we're going to send it to Jake for the postgame show.
Thank you, Brian. Jake Clark here with Tajmir Brown. Tajmir, great game. Unable to get the W here tonight, but you guys have 3 wins on the road. Talk about what it's like to come into a hostile environment and pick up some W's.
I mean, as long as we're playing as a team and playing to the end of the whistle, we should be good. We just gotta keep picking up the ball, and as coach said, as long as we keep working on our practice, we're gonna be good. We just gotta finish the games out. That's it.
And team-wise, you're not having the best of years, but you yourself are having a good year individually with around 20 points a game. Talk about some of the strides you made from your sophomore to junior season.
I made a lot of shots. I just started playing with confidence, getting in the gym every day. But first of all, I gotta thank my players, my people on my team, my coaches, for like creating a space for me, helping me get open. Like without them, I probably wouldn't have the average I want to have.
And tough loss here for Lindenwold today, but talk about what's next for you guys as a team.
Next, we're just looking at the next game. We play defense, shoot the ball more, make more layups. As long as we keep working in practice, we're going to keep winning. I mean, we're going to start winning more games.
Tajmir Brown, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Good game tonight. And now,
as we're waiting, we'll take a look at our next TV game. That'll be this Thursday, January 12th. Sterling will be taking on Gateway for wrestling at 5:30. It'll be live on Channel 19 as well as on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with some Sterling interviews.
And we are back here with our post-game show, now joined by Travis Schmid. Travis, you're not known for hitting a lot of threes outside, but you were able to do it tonight. Talk about what allowed you to hit some of those deep threes.
Yeah, so what it was tonight is I'm usually playing down low, as you said. I'm not outside shooting a lot of threes, but tonight the way they had ran their defense was if I was down low and I stayed, I was going to clog stuff up. Every time that like CJ per se were to drive, 2-3 guys would close in, which means I'd be able to leak out to the corner, hit it three, be able to leak up top, and on screens they were doubling everything. And I set a lot of high ball screens at the top, so every time I'd set one, instead of driving and rolling, that would clog it up. Popping out would have been the best option because 2 guys were going right to the ball, and then a third would have been in help. So it freed up a lot of space being able to drive and me getting out tonight. That's kind of what I had realized in film, and that's kind of what I had to do tonight.
Well, I couldn't have said that any better myself, Travis. You really summed it all up there. Talk about, you couldn't knock down a lot of those sort of gimme easy shots in the first quarter. Talk about what Coach Behringer was saying in the huddles.
Yeah, I missed a layup off, like that was the first shot of the game, I believe. I missed that, and then I missed another kind of somewhat wide open three, which I can knock down the three, and I should be able to finish down low. There was a guard down there. I mean, they played tough. They were all physical, so size doesn't matter, position. They were being physical with you, but he just told me not to rush, take my time. And the third three that I had hit at the end of the game, I called, I set my feet, I didn't think, and I just shot it. But at the beginning, before Behringer kind of told me it was rushing, I didn't realize I was, but once someone tells you and you're able to think and be able to process it, it slows the game down more for you, which when the game slowed down for you, makes it easier.
And then 10-1 on the season. Talk about what's next and upcoming, especially right here in the near future for the Sterling Knights.
Yeah, Gloucester on Friday, that's a really big game. They have 2 really good guards. I believe one just got over 1,000 points. I mean, we're going to have to be able to get after them. I feel confident with Premier and Jadis, my fault. They're going to be able to stay in front of them, but we got a tough schedule in front, some big conference games coming up. So we're first place in the conference, but there's some really competitive, tough teams that we're going to play. We got a good stretch of games coming up, so we just got to stay together and use this momentum to be able to carry into the next, and the next, and then the next.
Moving on to 10-1. Thank you for coming on with us, Travis. Tremendous game.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you. Go Knights.
Next up, Jadis McFadden. Jadis, great game out of you tonight. Talk about some of those shots and that senior leadership, especially when those shots from the younger guys weren't dropping in that first quarter.
I just had to show leadership, score on both ends, score on the court on offense, and play defense, and came out with a dub tonight.
And you did a lot of tremendous work on defense. Give us a little insight on that aggressive defense that Coach Behringer was really laying out there tonight.
Like I said again, he preaches defense at practice, and I love to play defense. If you play defense, the offense will come.
And talk about the upcoming game on Friday against Gloucester. Give us a little insight on what we're going to see maybe in that game on Friday.
My boy Aiden on there is good. They got a couple players that are good, but we should be able to beat them.
All right, thank you, Jadis. Tremendous game tonight. Now joining us, Ramir Long. Ramir, always good to have you on the post-game show. Talk about what Coach Behringer was saying in the huddle. You guys are a young team, couldn't get some of those easy shots to drop in that first quarter.
You know, he just told us not to underestimate our opponent. You know, they were a good squad, and we just had to come out and play hard tonight. That was it.
And talk about, you guys were playing a lot of aggressive defense. Talk about some of the strains that might take on an athlete over time.
You know, it's a busy schedule with us having 3 games a week, but it's no excuse for us to come out and play hard every night.
And I'm sure Coach Behringer didn't let that hustle you showed go unnoticed. Talk about some of those hustle plays you made out there on the floor tonight.
You know, our coach has stressed that if you make a mistake, you turn the ball over to hustle back and make the play on defense if you can. And that's just what I did every time.
And we saw a lot of strong takes, a lot of good moves into the paint tonight. Give us a little insight. Is that something you work on in practice or something that sort of just comes naturally?
Yeah, you know, we always work on jump stops every single practice, so we all the guys tend to get into the paint and jump stop and either go for the shot or kick out because it's there every time.
All right, thank you, Ramir. Great interview. Great game tonight. Going to send it. Maybe we're looking for Coach Behringer here. I see him out here, but he's talking to somebody right now. So the boys were victorious tonight, 58-42, your final score. Coach Behringer now showing some hustle getting over here.
Sorry, Jay.
Coach Behringer, I appreciate the hustle coming over here. Always good to have you on.
I can't have you waiting, man. I can't have you waiting.
Able to walk out of here with a W, but in that first quarter, it was a little rough. Some shots weren't dropping. Tell us what you were telling the guys in the huddle.
I was just telling the guys, you know, those are the games to get up for. You know what I mean? Like when the gym is dead, right? There's not a lot. Like we feed off some energy and stuff, so sometimes it's difficult to bring some of their own energy and just kind of, you know, we miss a couple layups. You know, we're taking out of sync and just to refocus. That's about it.
And defensively, you had a really aggressive style of defense going into that second quarter that sort of turned the game around. Yeah. Give us a little insight about that.
Well, in the second quarter, we went to man, or we say, what we wanted to do when we went defensively is we wanted to try to get the ball out of, you know, number 5's hands because he's, you know, kid can score, right? So we just wanted to blitz ball screens and just get the ball out of his hands. We knew he was going to try to come back to get it, but if he's going to shoot the lights, if he's going to get up a bunch of shots, then so be it. We just can't let the other guys get it. And you saw we missed a couple scrambles, miscommunication, gave them some easy buckets, and that was the rest.
And on Friday, you guys go up against Gloucester. Give us a little bit of an insight on a tough matchup in-conference opponent.
You know what? Gloucester has some surprising losses, but when I tell you they are not defined by some of those losses. They have 2 kids that can really score the ball, right? And I think, you know, we can match up with them because I have all the faith in my guys, you know, defensively when we really want to lock in. And I'm excited about it. It's going to be a really fun game.
Thank you for coming on with us, Coach Behringer.
Thank you, brother.
Great win.
All right. Big shout out to Dan on the PA, if he's listening. And I'll see you on Monday, Bri. My man.
That'll do it here. We're going to send it back to Brian McLaren in the booth.
All right, so that will do it here on Sterling Channel 19. Our next TV game is this Thursday, January 12th. For wrestling, Sterling will be taking on Gateway at 5:30 p.m. It'll be live on Channel 19 as well as on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. And from all of us here at the Tech Crew, I'm Brian McLaren. I was joined by Jake Clark and Kevin Schulz. And from Mr. K and all the Tech Crew helping us out,